for 1 year, whatever the government has given me, the COVID allowance, that is for me, for my personal spending, but I spent it, the whole amount, and that is 3 months, and this COVID allowance is because I worked for consistently, every year from 20 right up till 2018, right? That is a relief scheme for me, But I used it for the Ministry of Law, Ministry for Home Affairs, and to do that work, And I felt, how come? How is it that, when I'm doing the work, I'm not getting, I'm not getting the attention of the judiciary, or the from the legal and HDB, even MND and things like that. Why? Why can't they listen? Haven't they listened properly, to my pleas, my appeals, since 2019, 2018, when the essential upgrading work started. But for my flat, I didn't get anything, I got a lot of trouble, a lot of, harassment, trouble, and even my unit being hit. Basically, people come in and trespass it. The walls damaged, because of water seepage from kitchen. First of all, it's nothing much, In 2018, even when they came to do a pre-inspection, I was told that it's not much defects. But look at the amount of defect. So do you think it's fair? When my case situation is not being heard, people didn't hear it. It makes even the police can't do their work, because they can't understand too, why HDB, and many people also can't understand why HDB can't do their work. Town council have done their part to some extent, but during a HIP, it is entirely a HDB task. A manager must oversee. So you see, here I am. I'm making a recording because I think my intention is misunderstood. Why I can't write to the Prime Minister, Lee Hsien-loong, and it's because others have actually slighted me, They think I'm so famous, or they think I think it's less like short of going to the President and the Prime Minister. Well, I've done my best. I've gone to the MP, and I've written to HDB. They ignored, and not really thoroughly being, even if I went for, and they wanted to strike my legal claim off. You see, if they did not do all these negative things and didn't listen to me properly, I wouldn't have to stop my CA license, professional license work, to attend to all these housing matters, which is not mine to begin with. Why do you trouble me by asking me for my op-in and you neglected my flat, me and my flat? Do you know what that is? Why don't you create a scenario? Whoever, create a scenario for yourself and see how it's like. How it's like to be, tortured, in that manner. I don't buy a HDB flat that's worth so much, renovated, in 2015, and for others to come in and hit it, It's disruptive, it's damaging, not just to me, it's mostly me, myself. But what about other people? We don't live by ourselves. I mean, there's upstairs, there's downstairs, beside neighbors. What other people think? What will they think? About the HDB, about the government. I have to, say something. I have to say. People will say, "What's happening? Why is why even opposite block, what happened? After so many years, 2018, do you know how many years is that? That is not, this is not essential upgrading, no longer. It is I do not know what you call it. Do you know every flat can only take up to 10 days, 2 weeks, It's stated in the brochure. That is the work given, that's the time given to the HDB only for one flat. Do you know how many flats around one block? 100 flats. Do you know how many blocks? 132 to 139? That's exactly for them to do the upgrading work for 1 year. Or they have 1 year to complete for every one. But one flat, 10 days, 2 weeks is how many? 14 days. At most I give them 6 months. Even town council says, somebody, the officers also say, although he said something different, but I do not know why he contradicts himself. Anything more than 6 months is a negligence. Do you know what I mean? And that requires appeals and things like that. And I don't understand why they don't understand. HDB don't understand. And officers come and scold me, And I don't understand. And I have to go and appeal again. And I think it's really very disrespectful. Dishonorable. And it spoils my whole, it spoils everybody's life also. My life, my immediate family, the sister, brother, they don't understand why I have to ask them things, Why I have to ask them to evidence, do statements, statutory declarations that, they have nothing to do with anything of that sort. Come to my house I don't think they would feel very, very disrespectful. They will feel very awful that I'm asking them to do such things. You know what I mean? So I hope that, even the PM, right now they understand HDB, It's not, I just need someone, to listen, and I can only write to the president because nobody understands. And for my unit, I don't think I have to go through such, such torment, And in my room, as what people have done, it's just a defilement upon me and my gender and myself, And I have to sleep at the sofa, and then my sofa, the cushions covers broke, and I have to sleep on the right now my mattress is what? My floor, Do you know? Nobody understands. So they shouldn't be offended if I'm writing a letter, an appeal, right? I want all these things resolved in a very fair and just manner. If they'd given me a chance, the state courts, some of ministers have passed it to, convey it to somebody, and somebody had said state courts and HDB. See, but the thing is that they are not doing anything. They are passing back to me or written back to me, and I don't know why, Everyone is passing, but no one is resolving for me, right? And I don't think this is very, very, reflects very badly, on everybody. You don't expect me to accept what had happened to me in 2018, 2019, 2020, and now it's 2021. It's gone beyond the civil period of time for people to, you know, do you know how a civil case is? 3 years, but they've taken too much time. Too much time. Somebody, you want paper hearing, you want hearing right, but you did not give me an opportunity to really speak. And that I do not know why. The written submission is not an examination paper. It is something that requires some, for the councils to at least, request for things from me, and me from them and things like that. Back and forth, right? And it has to be heard. I have to be heard because I need to speak. Certain things need to be explained in detail. Not just writing in and reading and thinking that this is what it is. No, it's not. Property has to be mediated verbally, and I have to hear it for myself. Otherwise, why would the mortgagees, how can I tell my mortgagees, my mortgage bank, that the flat has gone through upgrading? It didn't go through upgrading. I renovated it in 2015. What is upgrading? Upgrading is not like that. It's not putting an owner through, trouble and and traumatizing, harassing. All these are family violence. So I hope. I'm not someone that I have to educate. You all have to go and do your own reading and research, right? Those who don't know, please go find out. So I said my piece. No one should be upset that I'm appealing, even if I go through president, right? The PMO's office or whatever, they must understand. I cannot go through them because someone has slighted them. So I trust that the PM will understand, including the DPMs, right?